Hi, welcome to Event Planning with Leslie, and I want to thank you guys for coming back to my YouTube channel. We've been pretty successful with the videos, and I want to continue on the wedding theme today. For those of you who are planning weddings, let's talk about selecting your wedding party. That's a tricky subject because if you have siblings, or you have parents or remarried parents, or you have more than one very good friend, that gets very odd in who to ask, and a lot of people end up having very large wedding parties because they're just not sure who to leave out. Sometimes it's a difficult decision, and sometimes it's very easy, but that's your choice. One of the things that I would say is look into, you can easily do this online, there are tons and tons of books out there as to what the wedding party responsibilities, the official wedding party responsibilities are. And yes, there are responsibilities. You want to ask people who are reliable. You do not have to look at those books and things or online guides as the Bible. It's just a guide. It's kind of letting you know that someone needs to be responsible for the rings. Someone needs to accompany you to go look for, let's say a dress or whatever. Someone needs to be responsible for decorating the church and things like that. Of course, if you're hiring a wedding planner like myself, then I'm available to help you with all of those things. But always having your wedding party involved and engaged makes it much more of a celebration at the end, and everybody throws their hands up and says hoorah at the end because they have seen this thing go from start, they've worked all the way through, and then at the very end they too are celebrating, not just for you, but yes, that the job that they have agreed to do has reached an end. And we don't want them to think of it as just a job. I mean, it should be definitely a celebration and fun, but part of it, there are responsibilities. So when you look at your maid of honor or the groomsmen or even the flower girl, they all have their specific roles, and there should not be an overstepping of boundaries. So in the very beginning, depending on how many people you have asked and your fiance has asked, you want to make sure that you sit down with these folks and everybody is in agreement as to who is going to do what. Who is going to take lead in throwing the bridal shower or the, just whatever needs to be done. These are things that aren't necessarily outright negotiable. You're asking people to do these things. So as part of asking them to serve, as your, usher or whatever on the day, you're also asking them to take on these however many responsibilities. So that takes a little bit of forethought before you ask. Remember that you all will be taking pictures, and you want to make sure that whoever you have asked isn't settled on some special surgery or some special trip during your time of celebration. So just a little bit more forethought before you settle on any names, and then I think you will have a lot more pleasure at the end of the event knowing that the dependability factor is there and you can rest on that. So thanks, and I'll talk to you soon.